Good day. How is everyone? Today is Sunday, March 22nd, 2026. Thank you for being here and for getting up early. I will probably, because we're going to be packing up, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to take down the assembly and the altar today. So we can be ready to hit the road. I'll keep you posted as we go. Again, we thank you for new subscribers. I guess if you share it, maybe that gets it out to more people. And of course, with that, we do get the detractors. And it seems to me that around the moon cycles, we're just post a new moon now. The parasites get all wound up and they get all freaky and figure they have to bark or whatever. So if you're planning on calling me a heretic, that's been done before. And I try to engage and get some discussion going to help educate people. But anyway, so getting to education, there was a great question that was sent to me regarding where to do research on Catholic fundamentals. And I'm going to talk about that at the end of Mass today. Yeah, it's beautiful here today. Again, it's probably 65 out right now, and sunny, and things are going well. I'm praying that the fuel prices and availability stays steady for a little bit, or maybe the price drops and the availability goes up. Because it's all manufactured, it's all fake, it's all it's fake in the sense that the reason that they decided to do this is based on deception. It's not real, and this is why I keep pushing for a Catholic monarchy. For society to keep all this up and down, it's just horrible on the aspect of peace. All right, let's get started with Good Day Rising prayers. And I'm alone pretty much. I have Benedict with me, but we're working on getting him to be able to assist at Mass. Maybe someday. Pray for that. Consider also that if you think you know, and you feel compelled, not with something obvious in natural law or something that would be soulfully obvious, but if you think you know something, it's best not to just blurt it out and try to prove your knowledge. It's best to humbly thank the Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany that you were able to understand this particular truth, and then contemplate it and compare it to others without making judgment. That's humility. That's perseverance. That's Catholic virtue. When you bark out and accuse others of being heretics and completely wrong, you might be surprised at some point in your life. I have found that many times. I was there. I did those things. I speak from experience. And there is something to the age of the person and how they respond to their own challenges and struggles of faith and understanding. So please be patient with others. Be kind. In nomine Dei, Matronam Nostra, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Let us place ourselves in the presence of the Most Holy Divine Family and in Catholic contemplation humbly venerate the Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany. Most Holy and Venerable Trinity, one Divine Family, I believe that Thou art here present. I venerate Thee with the deepest humility. I render to Thee with my whole heart the homage which is due to Thee. O Most Holy Divine Family, relying on Thine infinite goodness and promises, I hope to obtain pardon of my sins, the help of Thy grace, and life everlasting, through the merits of Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Matronam Nostrae. O Most Holy Divine Family, I love Thee above all things with my whole heart and soul, because Thou art all good and worthy of all love. I love my neighbor as myself for love of Thee, and I forgive all who have injured me, and ask pardon of all whom I have injured. Let us thank the Most Holy Divine Family for the many graces that we receive, and offer ourselves and our sufferings up to heaven, and for the souls in purgatory. O my God, Thou knowest my weakness, and I most humbly thank Thee for all the favors Thou hast bestowed upon me to the present moment. It is again thanks to Thy bounty that I should live to see this day, and I desire to employ it solely in Thy service. I consecrate to Thee all my thoughts, words, actions, and sufferings of this day. Sanctify them, that there may be none that is not animated by Thy love, or that would not tend to Thy greater glory. Let us make a firm resolution to avoid evil and to do good, and let us beg of the Most Holy Divine Family the graces which are necessary to us. O my God, Thou knowest my weakness, and that I am unable to do anything good without the help of Thy grace. Deny me not Thy grace, O God, proportionate to my necessities. Give me strength to avoid everything which Thou forbiddest, to practice the good which Thou hast commanded, and enable me patiently to bear all the trials which it may please Thee to send me. O Dea Matronam Nostrae, O Holy Mother of God, I place myself under Thy protection. I throw myself with confidence into the arms of Thy compassion. Be to me, O Mother of Mercy, my refuge in distress, my consolation in suffering, now and at the hour of my death. O Most Holy Divine Family, as envisioned by St. Lucia as the Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany, Deam Matronam Nostrae et Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. I am heartily sorry for having offended Thee, and I detest all my sins, because I dread the loss of heaven and the pains of hell. But most of all, because they offend Thee, O Most Holy Divine Family, who are all good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve, with the help of Thy grace, to confess my sins, to do penance, and to amend my life. Deum vobiscum, et quoque apud Te. Oremus. Fidelium Deum Iesum Christum, omnium conditor et redemptor animabus famalorum citorum, remissionem contorum, tribue peccatorum, ut indulgentiam quam semper reverunt pii supplicationibus consequentor. Qui digum vivere reinat in una divina familia, qui erat est et erit in aeternum. Suscipe Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum hanc immaculatam hostium, quam ego indinius famalos tuus offedit ibi Deum eum illum verum, pro nume dividibus peccatis et offensionibus et negligentiis meis, et promnibus circumstantibus, sed et promnibus fidelibus, catholicorum vivis atque defunctis, ut mihi edidis proficiat salutem. Deum qui humanae substantia dignitatum mirabilitur condidisi mirabilis reformaste de nobis, pedius atque divine mysterium, eis divinitatis esse consortes qui militatis nostrae, fieri notis is partaceps Deum Iesum Christum Filium, qui digum vivit et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Offerimus tibi Deum calicem salutaris tuum da pacantis clementium, ut conspectu divina maestatis tuae, pro nostra totius mundi salute, cum adoris suavitatis ascendat. In spiritu humilitatis et in animo contritus suscipiam arate Deum Iesum Christum, et sec fiat sacrificium nostrum ex spiritu hodie, ut placiat tibi Deum matram nostra Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, veni sanctificator. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, et sanctificite blata prosequendo, et a capere hoc sacrificium tuo sanctum nomini praeparatum. Suscipe Sancta Trinitas sanctivationem cum tibi efferimus a momento passionis, resurrectionis et ascensionis Deum Iesum Christum, et in honoram Deum Maternam Nostra et Papa Peter Sanctorum et Istorum et Omnium Sanctorum, ut idis proficiat ad honorem nobis autem et salutem, et idi pro nobis intercedere in interim calis, quorum amore magimus in tedis pedinum Christum Deum nostrum. Orate, ut meum ac vestrum sacrificium acceptabile fiat ab Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Suscipiat Deum Iesum Christum sacrificium de manibus tuis et laudam et gloriam nomini sui ad utilitatem quoque nostram, totiusque ecclesiae suae sanctae. Deum obiscum, quoque et te, sursum corda habemus ad Deum. Gratias agamus Deum nostrum, dignum et justum est. Tegit hoc limitessimi Mater Pater Deum Matram Nostrae, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per Deum Iesum Christum Filium Tuum Deum Nostrae, supplices rogamus ac petimus, uti accepta habeas et sanctificas, haec sanctam sacrificiam irribata. In primis quae tibi efferimus, pro ecclesiam tuam sanctam catholicam, quam pacificare custodire ad honore et regere, digneris toto orbiterarum atquae catholicae. Memento Deum familiarum catorum. We pray for the sick and the suffering. We especially pray for Polly, Shelley, Therese, Cody, Ben, Jenny, Emily, Katie, Kathy, Maria Josephina Moes, Marilyn, Mark Jr., Letitia, Mindy, Todd, Clarette, Dennis, Barbara Santa Croce, James, Robert, Benedict, Gregory, Adam, Malachi, and Patrick Santa Croce, the Williams, Tafor, and Deegan families, the Stevenson family, Michaela McLarnon and family, the Kendrick, Shorten, Nolan, Dosco, Kane, Nye, Wolf, Camerano, Pohalski, and Lind families, and all their good intentions. We pray for an end to all governmental allowance or sanctioning of abortion, transgenderism, transhumanism, child trafficking, child abuse of any kind, anywhere, place, or time. We pray for an end to all organ harvesting. We pray for a backbone on those police who went in for good reason and didn't realize that the police is an organization run by Masonry to protect the bankers. We pray for the establishment of a Catholic monarchy with a sound Catholic system of labor, human value, and medium of exchange, with no usury, no negotiable instruments, that will completely change the banking, the current Jewish banking cartel. We pray for courageous men to step forward as leaders of this Catholic society. We ask and pray for the gift of discernment and for an increase in the knowledge and practice of the Catholic virtues. We ask that all quote-unquote gay marriage, all pornography on the OnlyFans platform be stopped immediately and forever. We ask that men and women come to understand that raising traditional Catholic families is a very high ideal and is necessary for sustaining a Catholic world full of peace. We ask for the conversion of all sinners trapped in a state of mortal sin, especially the ignorant. We pray that everyone really contemplates the Most Holy Trinity as envisioned by St. Lucia, that men and women stop feeding their money, energy, attention, and time to sports, celebrities, worldly entertainment, and vices, and to focus their attention and time to raising Catholic families for the Most Holy Trinity, to save and free the souls of the Catholics from the heresies of the Jews. We pray to remove all forms of Freemasonry, Judaism, Islamism, Hinduism, Buddhism, Protestantism, and terrorism as a result of those that are throughout the lands. Bring the members, guide the members into the submission of the Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany through correct baptism and confession. And we ask that Ethan also come to the submission of the Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany in humility. We ask you to destroy the satanic document of Vatican law, that is the Jewish Talmud, that you destroy Rome and the Vatican, and that we recognize the authority of the Catholic Church to be in Portugal. Please nullify any attempts to establish anti-Semitism propaganda into any rules, codes, laws, statutes, or policy. We ask the Most Holy Trinity that all Catholics be given the grace to be accountable so that we may each have a holy hatred for sensuality, as St. Catherine of Siena encouraged, a repentant shame for the offenses we have committed and continue to commit against thee, and a deep love of thee and of souls, so much that we desire nothing more than to be of service to thee in every moment of our lives. All this we ask in accordance with the Most Holy Divine Family's goodwill and intention. Et omnium circumstantium quorum tibi fides cognita est et nota devotio pro clubus tibi ferimus verugi tibi frontox sacrificium laudis, prosesuisque omnibus, pro redemptione anamanum suarum, prospe salutis et calamitatis suae, tibi credunt volta sua, aeterna Deum vivo et vero. Communicantes et mamonem orantes in primis gloriosae, semper Deum materam nostrae. Et Deum Iesum Christum. Et Beatorum Martyrium Torum Papa Sancti Petri, et Sancti Luci, et Sancti Jacinta, et Sancti Francisco, Sancti Juan Diego, et omnium sanctorum tuorum quorum meditis precibusque concedas, ut in omnibus protectionis tuae munium rexidio per dignum Christum Deum nostrum. Quam oblationem de Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum in omnibus consecratum ac capitatem fecedi dineris ut nobis corpum, et sanguim fiat dedictissimi filium tuum Deum Iesum Christum, qui pridie quam paturetur recepit panem sanctus aquanabilis manus suas, et derivatis oculis in caelum et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum sum omnipotentem tibi gratias agens. Consecravit, frege dedique lumis sui dicens accipite, et manducat ex hoc omnes. Hoc est enim corpus meum. Simini modo postquam ceremonia est excipiens, et hunc preclarum calicem in sanctus aquanabilis manus suas, itiam tibi gratias agens Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Consecrave dedique lumis sui dicens accipite et vivite ex omnes. Hic est enim calix sanguinis mei, mysterium fidei, quae pro nobis et pro multis effundetur in remissionem peccatorum, aequat est cum proveceritis in memora facietis. unde et memores Deum nostro virtuis et plebs tua sancta iustum Christum filium tuum Deum nostrae, tambe et passionis nec non et benferis resurrectionis, sed et in caelis gloriosa escensionis offerimus, preclaremur stati tui de tuis donis actatis, supra quae propitio accere nulltur spicieri digneris. Supplices terragamos Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, iube hic preferibam manus tuum, ut quod, ex hoc cartaris participatione sacrosanctum Deum Filium tuum, corpus et sanguinum semisenemus, omni sanctificatione calestia gratia Dei per amor pediendum Christum Deum nostrae. We pray for those who have died. We especially pray for Yolanda Santa Croce, Nanny, for whom this Mass is being offered. Ipsis Deum et omnibus in Christum cuscentibus locum refugere ducis et pacis ut ondorge est pracamur pediendum Christum Deum nostrum. Per quem hec omnia Deum Iesum Christum semper bona creas, sanctificas, vivificas, consecratis et paestas nobis. Per ipsum et quem ipso et in ipso est tibi Deum Matrum omnipotente in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, omnis honor et gloria Ave Deum Maternam Nostrae, gratia plena Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum tecum, sancta tua in mulier, Deum Maternam Nostrae, Maternam Deum Iesum Christum, misericordia nobis peccatoribus nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Libera nos, quaesimus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum ab omnibus malis, praeteritis, praesentibus et futuris et intercedente beata et gloriosa semper Deum Maternam Nostrae, cum Papa Petrum Sanctorum et omnibus sanctis, da propitios pacem in diebus nostris, ut ope misericordiae tuae aduiti te peccato simu semper liberi et ab omni perturbatione securi. Pediendum Deum nostrum Iesum Christum Filium tuum Deum nostrum, qui tecum vivit et regnat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per aeternam pax Deum Iesum Christum sit semper vobiscum et quoque apote, haec extio consecratio copris sanguinis Deum Iesum Christum, fiat excipientibus nobis in ad salutem aeternam. Pax tecum et quoque apote, Deum Iesum Christum, qui ex voluntate Deum Maternam Nostrae, cooperante Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per mortem tuam mundum vivificasti, libera me per hoc sacro sanctum corpus et sanguinum tuum ab omnibus iniquitatibus meis et universis malis, et facme tui semper in harare mandatis, et et nunquam separare permittas, qui cum eodem Deum Maternam Nostrae, Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, vivis et regnam aeternam, perceptio corporis tui Deum Iesum Christum, quod ego indinius sum repraesimo non mihi proveniat in judicium condonationem, sed pro tu pietate prosit mihi ad tutumentum et isse corporis, et adam et elam percipiendam qui vivis et regnas cum Deum Maternam Nostrae in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Panem celestem excipiem et nomen Deum Iesum Christum invocabo. Deum Maternam Nostrae non sum dignius, ut intercedete meis in tante de verbos semperanima mea. Deum Iesum Christum non sum dignius, ut intercedete meis in tante de verbos semperanima mea. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum non sum dignius, ut intercedete meis in tante de verbos semperanima mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. quid retrobum Deum Iesum Christum pro omnibus quae retrobut mihi, calicem salutaris accipiem nomen Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum invocabo, laudans invocabo Deum matronam nostra et ab inimicis meis abocero. Sanguis Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet animam tuum. Codori subsumus Deum Iesum Christum puramente capiamus et immunere te parafiet nobis remedium sempiternum. Corpus tuum Deum Iesum Christum consumsi sanguis quam purtore here ut sceribus meis apraesta, ut in me non remania scere la macula quem purat sancta reficerum sacramenta. Deum vobiscum et quoque apud te, oremus. Animabus, quesumus Deum Iesum Christum famalorum quetorum oratio proficiat supplicantium ut eis et peccatis omnibus exoes et tuae redemptionis facies esse participes. Qui te convivit regnat in una divina familia, qui erat est et edit in aeternum. Deum vobiscum et quoque apud te, ite mis est. Deum gratia. Placia tibi sancta Trinitam obsequium suffetitis meae, et praesta ut sacrificium coroculis tuae maestatis in unus authoritatis et acceptabile mihique, et omnibus pro quibus illud autoliciti miseranti propitiabile per Christum Deum nostrum. Sanctificat vos omnipotens Deum, Deum matronam nostra, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, Gracias. Good day. How is everyone? Good to see you. Let's see who's here. Upiano, how are you? And Andrew, good day. Thank you for being here. I don't know how to read that, but I'm sure we can figure it out. So I wanted to talk to you about the sources of Catholic dogma. With most information, let me back up. When I first learned about all the deceptions, I was a very young man, just married, yes, and learning about what was going on in the church. And so I started when I was challenged about it by a Protestant, that basically I said, well, there's two sides to every story. So I listened to what was in the pamphlet, or I read it, I should say, that they handed me. And then I went to the Catholic sources. And one of those at the time was TAN Books, T-A-N Books. And it's now a website, tanbooks.com, and it has been. And they've been, they were, in the very beginning, they were a traditional Catholic source of information. A lot of unpublished or old books were available. And then they were struggling financially because we Catholics don't spend much money because we don't have it. So they were taken over by another group. I don't know exactly who, but they kind of lost a lot of the good stuff. They didn't lose it. They just didn't sell it anymore. And then when I found hello, Becca, how are you? Good to see you. When I found the website ourladyisgod.com, which was originally fatimamovement.com, but they lost their security thing or something. So anyway, but ourladyisgod.com has everything that you will need for documented history and on basically the fundamentals of Catholic dogma. So the way to get to it is you go onto the main web page. On the left, you scroll down and you'll see digital library. You click on that, and then there's lists of what Mr. Nobody had basically utilized to make the website. There's literally thousands and thousands of pages of books and sources. The one that I remember distinctly that is a good reference is the Encyclopedia of Catholic Doctrine or Dogma. I can't remember which one it is, but it is huge, and it's from the early 1900s. And you're free to download it from that website. It's the original. I think it's scanned copies, or it might even be digital. I'm not sure. So those are two good sources, the TAN books, and there's a lot more also that are out there. To fully, because there's been so many changes over the years, of the hundreds and hundreds of years, it's almost impossible really to be able to know for a fact what was true history. And so the recommendation that I make is to practice Catholic virtue. And I keep harping on that because it is what comes out of us. It comes what comes through us. It expresses our being. So if we're virtuous, it's known, and it will, again, with our rosary prayers, of course, amplify our Catholic expression in the world. As we do that, we're starting to see some changes. Okay, the devil knows that its time is getting close to ending for a period. So, so therefore, the minions are getting more bold because they know they have nothing. You know, time is short. So, again, stick to the sources that, and you have to be careful with them because there's some confusion. Just like we see people who are calling others names and heretics and whatnot. Do your own study, keep things quiet, and we'll be all set. 5 minutes, and then we'll have a beautiful result from our messages. And that was one of our neighbors who was camping near us. So please have a great day. And exactly, yes, that's what we do. We listen. I'm reading Upiano's comment there. God will reveal the history, and it will come as we seek truth. We will be more in touch with accuracy. All right, the more we pray and act in humility. All right, I've rambled on. I apologize. I've got a lot going on in my head here, trying to get ready to head back north. It looks like we're going to stop in New York for a little bit. It's going to be, the road apparently to my house is still too muddy to bring this big beast home. It's not a beast. It's a wonderful rig. All right. Please go and sanctify all those who meet. I will keep you posted when Mass will be said again. I am probably not going to have Mass tomorrow because I think we're getting ready to head out. All right. Have a great day. Talk to you.